it, don't pass it. Back to reality.
Hey everyone, this is Preston here, and welcome back to another episode of In the NASCAR. And in today's In the NASCAR episode, I am going to be grading every single full-time Cup Series NASCAR drivers tier list. Well, this is actually a tier list of how NASCAR drivers are performing this year. I'm going to be grading each driver's standings, grading each driver's season based on this tier list. So, for example, if you're in the A category, you're having a tremendous season and you're practically the championship favorite. You're having a very good season. If you're having a B season, that means you're having just a great season. You're having a good season by your standards. C is just an average season for you. D is below average, and F is a terrible season for you. So yeah. So basically, it's how your performance is this season. So yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started. So this is just how I feel. It's just my opinion. So if you guys disagree with me, that's fine. Let me know in the comments what you think. So yeah. First up, we have Austin Dillon. For me, he's going in the D. He's having an Austin Dillon for me. He's having a D season. He's right now below he's like 27th and 28th in points right now. After having that points penalty he had earlier in the season, he just hasn't been really doing that good. Kyle Busch has really been outperforming him this season. So yeah, Austin Dillon's 28th in standings. He's below Chase Elliott. So that just shows you Chase Elliott's above him in the standings, and Chase Elliott has missed like what 6 races. Man, Austin Dillon, in my opinion, just not having the season that he needed to have. He's like 28th in points. So with that 30-point penalty, even without that 30-point penalty, he would still be like 26th or 5th in the standing. So not a good season for Austin Dillon. I'm giving him a D. Now we have AJ Allmendinger. I'm gonna give AJ Allmendinger a C. Now the reason why I'm giving AJ Allmendinger a C is that the road courses, I expected Allmendinger to do better this season. I mean, he's currently 20th. I mean, he can still work his way up, guys. Don't worry. It's just I just expected him to make the playoffs this year, and I expected him to at least dominate on some of the road courses, but he's 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 right now currently below my expectations. I expected him to be at least not dominate, but at least be in contention for wins. I mean, he did get a top 10 at Sonoma. The only thing is he has 2 top 10s this year. Some of the ovals this year, he hasn't really been that good. I really hasn't been inside the top 10 that much. So yeah, that's why. Now we have Eric Almirola. I'm giving him a D season as well for Eric Almirola. Almirola, the reason why I'm giving him a D this year is just he's just again similar to Austin Dillon. He just hasn't been that good at all. All of Storehouse Racing has been absolutely terrible except for Kevin Harvick. So yeah, yeah, Eric Almirola, man. He's shown some speed like at Atlanta and Martinsville with all the Storehouse cars doing good, but he's just he just hasn't been that good, guys. And we still don't know what Almirola's future is going to be for next season. So yeah, Almirola, this could be his final season, and he's currently 26th in the standings. So he's just not doing that good, guys. He's not. He's not at all, guys. So yeah. Christopher Bell, it's kind of close between the A and the B category, but Christopher Bell, I feel like he's having a similar amount of season as he had in his first couple years. So I'm going to give Christopher Bell a B. Even though he's currently 7th in the standings, he was red hot. If this was like towards the first 5 races, I would have given Christopher Bell an A. But ever since then, he's been cooling off a little bit. He's going to be a B driver. So, yeah. So Christopher Bell, he's going to be in the B category. Very good, very good. Very good so far. He just needs to keep it up, and he could be one of the championship favorites for this season. So, yeah. Christopher Bell has been really good this year. Solid. He's only got that one win at Bristol Dirt, and I feel like he's having a pretty solid season. He's right now he's seventh in the regular standings right now. So I would say he's had 5 top 5s and 9 top 10s. So he's good right now. Now we have Ryan Blaney. I'm giving him an A. This season for Blaney has really been taking a step forward. He's got that one Coca-Cola 600 win, sure, but get this, he's currently third in the regular season standings right now. So he's right now having a really good season, A season so far for Ryan Blaney. He's taken a big step forward from last year with that win. He's made it up to the round of 8 this year. Last year, I should say. And yeah, so Ryan Blaney, I feel like he's in a really good position. This could be his championship season, guys, because remember last year when Blaney wasn't in the championship for, he was able to contend with Joey Logano, one of the championship drivers from this year, so from last year. So yeah. So Ryan Blaney, man, this could be his year. I know I said Christopher Bell. Um I know Christopher Bell has more top 5s than Ryan Blaney this year, but the thing is, Christopher Bell has cooled off a little bit. So that's why I gave Christopher Bell a B. So, yeah, if you guys don't know. But Ryan Blaney, I'm giving him an A this year because he's been extremely consistent this year so far. And I feel like he's one of the championship favorites. So, yeah. Alex Bowman. I'm going to give Alex Bowman a B this season so far. Alex Bowman, I know he's currently 16th in the standings right now. But get this, guys. He has been showing good speed. Honestly, because and that's just how I feel. He's currently have 3 top 5s and 6 top 10s. But the thing is, he's got that penalty this year. He's got that big penalty. He's got that points penalty. And he's still currently 16th in the standings. But the thing is, if Alex Bowman doesn't make the playoffs this year, I would have to give him a C. But don't forget, guys, I'm going to be doing another one of these at the end of the season. So, yeah, this is just for kind of like the halfway mark, kind of like the midterm kind of grading style. So, yeah. So, yeah, Alex Bowman. I mean, he's been showing speed early in the season, but ever since that injury, that kind of set him back just a bit. Yeah, so that's why. Bowman because he's been showing speed. It's just later in the season. I have a feeling later in the season, Bowman's gonna get better and better. So yeah, that's why. Chase Briscoe, F. Chase Briscoe is an F this year. Chase Briscoe, that massive penalty costs him. I mean, I would have still probably given Chase Briscoe like a C if it wasn't for that big penalty. But at this point, if Chase Briscoe doesn't win, he's already at an F this year. No question about it. Big step backwards from last year. And I just don't see, Chase Briscoe, you know, if he doesn't win a race, there's no way he's going to make it into the playoffs this year, guys. So Chase Briscoe, he's starting looking forward to next year. So, yeah. Chase Briscoe, no question, failing season. Big F for Chase Briscoe. Chris Buescher, big step forward this year. I'm giving him a B this year. Chris Buescher, he's taking a big step forward. He's currently 11th in the standings. He's been, speaking of which, I'm really close to giving Chris Buescher an A because he's been good, but I'm gonna give Chris Buescher a B season. It's just he's been he takes a big step forward from last year. Last year I would have given Chris Buescher like a C, but this year he's brought that up to a B. He's been doing really good, and if you look at the playoffs right now, he's currently 102 points above the cut line. He's having a tremendous season, guys. At this point, if he doesn't, if he doesn't like DNF any races or like have a summer slump, he's going to be in the playoffs. And Chris Buescher hasn't made the playoffs since 2016, and he's had 7 top 10s. 7 top 10s already. That's really good. That's good for Chris Buescher and that RFK team. They have turned things around from last year, remember, Chris Buescher did win the night race at Bristol last season. So, yeah. And so, Chris Buescher's having a very solid B season right now, in my eyes, my opinion. Harrison Burton now, I'm going to give him an... guys, I'm going to probably put him at a D. Harrison Burton, we know Harrison Burton's not going to do much at all this season, guys. I mean, he's like 29th in the standings. He's not really that much. If Harrison Burton was a little higher, like 25th or 24th in the standings, I would have honestly would give him a C. But Harrison Burton, I feel like this is just kind of like the exact same situation as he was last season. We all didn't know we all knew that he wasn't going to be a playoff contender. So yeah. Harrison Burton he only has one top 10 this year. So, I mean, yeah. But besides that, he's currently below Chase Elliott and Austin Dillon. So, yeah. So, D season for Harrison Burton. I mean, William Byron, A season for William Byron, guys. He's having a breakout season. Currently has the most top fives out of any season, most top fives, most stage wins, and the most wins this season, tied with the most wins with Kyle Busch and Martin Truex Jr. So, yeah, William Byron, he's having a good season, an A season so far for William Byron, and I could say he's one of the championship favorites for this season. He is definitely one of them, and he's on a roll. He's been like really on a roll. So, yeah, William Byron, good season for him so far. I'm really good season, an amazing season for William Byron. A season for Byron, good season for him. Really, really good season for William Byron. Has 3 wins. He's been practically he and Larson have been the fastest Hendrick cars this season, in my opinion. Ross Chastain, I'm giving him a B for this year. Ross Chastain, he has been leading the point standings for much of the season, but then ever since that talk with Justin Marks after that Darlington, he just hasn't been that good. And you know, all that. I mean, Ross Chastain, he's really in a comfortable position, guys, in the playoffs. He's currently 173 points above the cut line. So, yeah, but the thing is, Ross Chastain hasn't won in over a year. So, yeah, I mean, Ross Chastain, he just definitely deserves a B, no question about it. But I can't quite give him an A, guys. So, yeah, I can't quite give Ross Chastain an A season, but a B season would be a good one. Is a good one for Ross Chastain. So he's been leading the point standings for much of the season. So, yeah. He's currently right now 4th in the standings, has 5 top 5, 7 top 10. So I'm giving him a solid B for this season. Austin Cindric, this has definitely just been a sophomore slump for him. He's currently 21st in the regular season standings. I'm going to give him a D for this season. It's just, he just really has not been that good from last year, in my opinion, guys. I mean, this year's a sophomore slump for Austin Cindric, in my opinion. I didn't expect Austin Cindric to make the playoffs this year, but I didn't expect for him to at least have the sophomore slump that he has. So, to me, I was probably gonna put him in the C category at first, but since he was doing, I expected him to do just about the same as last year. But this year, has taken a step backwards. So to me, that's why I'm going to give him in the D category. So yeah. So Austin Cindric, really didn't expect him to really make the playoffs this year because I feel like he was going to be in a sophomore slump. And right now, he's currently. I'm going to look and see how many points he's about. He's minus 39. He can still turn it around, guys. He can still turn it around. But so far, Cindric is having a D kind of season right now. He can work it up. He can work it back up for sure. He can make it up definitely. So Cindric, he currently has a D season, having a sophomore slump right now. Now we have Eric Jones, F season. Basically an F season overall for Legacy Motor Club, guys. Legacy Motor Club this year has just been awful. They have just been absolutely terrible this season. And I don't know why Eric Jones is doing this bad. Like, he is just not doing good. Like, this season for him has just been awful. This was not the same team that won the Southern 500 last year. I can guarantee you that. And it's just he's just really been on a downfall, and just you know just hasn't really been there. So yeah, so Eric Jones, I really don't expect him to win a race this year because he's been terrible this year. I man, I hope the change over to Toyota really helps that team because they just aren't that good. And they're just not good, guys. They are so not good at all whatsoever. So yeah, F season for Eric Jones. Chase Elliott, he's the second driver going in the C category. Chase Elliott, the reason why I'm giving Chase Elliott a C, I mean it's kind of similar. I know he and Alex Bowman having similar stats, but Chase Elliott from the start, he's been having, some good races, no question about it, but that suspension really hurts his grade. Not because I'm a Denny Hamlin fan, but because the amount of, but because of his points deficit and everything, Chase Elliott can't afford to miss those points if he wants to make the playoffs. Do I think he'll win a race this season? Maybe. Maybe he can win a race, guys. Remember, there's Nashville coming up next week, and he won that race the last time we were there. There's plenty of road courses, and Chase Elliott is a road course driver. So there are some opportunities for Chase Elliott to win a race this season. It's just he needs to get those points up. So I'm currently giving Chase Elliott a C is because he needs to get up there. He needs those points, and he's just this season for Chase Elliott as a whole right now. He's been getting better. The stats show. Let me go ahead and take a look at the stats. I'm currently searching it up on my phone. We're currently watching the stats. He has 3 top 5s and 5 top 10s this year. So, and he just hasn't had the same speed as William Byron and Kyle Larson. So yeah, I mean Alex Bowman, to me he has a little bit more speed than Chase Elliott. So to me that's why I'm also putting Chase Elliott as C. Ty Gibbs, solid season to C. This is exactly what I expected from Ty Gibbs this season. Um, he's currently right now 18th in the standings, regular season standings. And get this, he's only minus 11 points out of the playoffs. But if he was in the playoffs right now, I would have given top 16. I would have given him a B because that's a little bit better than my expectations. But I didn't expect Ty Gibbs to make the playoffs this year. But he is well close to the cut line, and he may win a race. But the thing is, he has like only 4 top 10s this season, and yeah, it's only his 4 top 10s. And the thing is, he is cooling off just a little bit. So I'm giving him a C, kind of similar to what Christopher Bell is having. He was good towards the start of the season, and then was really cooling off. So yeah. So Ty Gibbs having just a solid rookie season, and is pretty much locked in for the Rookie of the Year award. Todd Gilliland, I'm giving him a C this season. Now, I know he's been having some of those breakout runs, but to me, this is kind of like what I expected from Todd Gilliland ever since that hot streak he's been having earlier in the season with that Martinsville, Bristol Dirt. I think he was some good at those tracks. He's been cooling off just a little bit, and he hasn't really been showing up that much. So yeah, I kind of expected Todd Gilliland to be in a really good, kind of an average spot. So, yeah, doing just about what I expected from him. He's currently in the front row. That team is getting better, though. I was kind of close to putting him in the B because he's kind of getting performance, but again, right now he's kind of cooling off and kind of right now doing just what I expected from him. So right now I'm giving Todd Gilliland a C for this season, and I know he's having swaps with Zane Smith and Rick Ware Racing. So yeah, that's probably another factor in it. So yeah, C season right now for Todd Gillen. Noah Gregson, same thing. I'm giving Noah Gregson an F this year. I know Noah Gregson has shown speed at Talladega. He's just not. Like I said, Legacy Motor Club has been awful this season. So yeah, and Noah Gregson with that concussion, that just sucks for Noah Gregson. Listen, I did not expect Noah Gregson to be in the top 23 in the regular season standings But I did not expect them to be the 20 in the regular season standings. But I did not expect them to do this bad. So yeah, it's really a really tough rookie year for Noah Gragson, especially with that concussion for sure. Especially what he said last year, where he just didn't even want to run these cars because of how the safety factors. But the next gen car is trying to improve some safety. So yeah, but Noah Gragson not having the season that he wants to have, not at all. Now we have Justin Haley. C, perfect C season for good C season for Justin Haley. This is just what I expected from him. He have some good runs here or there, but other than that, I really never expected Justin Haley to do that much. And to me, he's getting a C season. He's not done bad. He's not done that good or terrible. He's just an average season for Justin Haley. It's just Justin Haley kind of season. So yeah. So Justin Haley kind of season, and so I gotta say he's having an average season so far. Currently, Justin Haley has 3 top 10s this season, and feel like he's done just about the same thing as last year. So yeah, Justin Haley's been like the same. So yeah. Now my favorite driver, Denny Hamlin. I'm gonna put him as a B for this season. I mean, Denny Hamlin, man, I've seen his stats this season. He's currently the third lowest of the Joe Gibbs drivers in the regular season. He has 2 DNFs, I know. He has 4 top 5s and 6 top 10s this year. But the thing is, he just needs. I feel like he needs to. The reason why I'm not giving him an A this year is just because of the mistakes and the pit crew, the team. It's not currently one of the best. I'm not saying they're bad. It's just they're not up there with the teams that do good on that have a better chance. So yeah, if Denny Hamlin could just minimize the mistakes and everything, I would have and couldn't make it to the championship four. I'll giving him an A for this season. But for right now, he's on a very good season. Denny Hamlin's having a very good season so far. B season, what I expected from him. So I'm giving Denny Hamlin a B for this season. So yeah, stats, they're good. And yeah. Kevin Harvick, if he would have a win this year so far, I would have given him an A because he's been showing Storehouse Racing strong. I'm giving Kevin Harvick a B for this season so far. He's currently top 5 in the regular season standings, and that is just really great for Kevin Harvick in his final season. He definitely needs that when he's currently in a definitely has a good chance of making the playoffs. He's currently 172 points above the cut line, having a good solid season. So I'm giving him a B. So Kevin Harvick, I I really want Harvick to win a race though before he retires, and I have a feeling that's gonna happen. So yeah. So Kevin Harvick, really good season, B with a B. Now we have Brad Keselowski, also a B season. Tremendous step forward from last season. If this was last season, I would have given Brad Keselowski an F, but probably give him an F or D, either one of those two. But Brad Keselowski, man, has shown a tremendous step forward, and he's been really good this year, and no doubt about it. And yeah, so he's been showing tremendous speed, no question, and I feel like he can win a race, guys, this year. He can win a race. It's just when's that gonna happen? And he's currently 13th in the regular season standings, just ahead of 14th. I should wait. Let me check. I'm using the NASCAR app right now as I'm speaking. He's currently 12th in the regular season standings, behind his teammate Chris Buescher. So yeah, just about the same stats as Chris Buescher. I'm giving Brad a B for this year. Kyle Busch, A season. Kyle Busch currently has 3 wins. Oh gosh, I want the that's the win that popped up. Kyle Busch, A season, guys. I'm giving Kyle Busch an A for this year. Has currently ties for the most wins this year. Currently 6th in the standings. Currently has 9 top 10s this year. And yeah, Kyle Busch is looking to be at a championship, looking to be in contention for the championship this year, in my opinion. So yeah. To me, Kyle Busch, he can't fall off a little bit here and there some weeks, but most of the time he's been up front and having a good first year at RCR, and he's having a really good season. This could be Kyle Busch's year he gets his 3rd championship. So, yeah. So Kyle Busch with those 3 wins, I just feel like his only track weakness has been the mile and a halves. But because we only had 2 and he hasn't even gotten the top 10 there. So yeah, but the thing is, he can perform better, and due to all these 3 wins, and Kyle Busch's majority has shown speed, especially the dominance at Gateway. Woo! Kyle Busch, giving him an A, easily an A season. Corey LaJoy, really good season, a B. Corey LaJoy, man, if he would have been in the playoffs right now, if he would have been in the top 16, I would have most definitely would have given him an A because of how he was able to make the playoffs in a low tier car. That's awesome. And I just feel like this year's been really good for Corey LaJoy. And right now he's having a B season. Having a really good B season for Corey LaJoy. Been really good in that Spire car. I feel like Corey LaJoy's not going anywhere for Spire. Going anywhere from Spire. So, yeah. Kyle Larson. This one's a tough one. Kyle Larson's practically been the fastest Hendrick car, but the only thing is, he leads the Cup Series in the most DNFs this year. He's been either checkers or wreckers for the most part. He either wins the race or he crashes. So this has been very difficult, but I'm gonna closer to a B, guys. If Kyle Larson didn't win lead the race season, wouldn't have the most DNFs this year. Keep an eye out, guys. Kyle Larson, he was really close because Larson has 2 wins, but if you include the All Star race, that makes it 3. But he leads the season in DNFs, and he's either been, good or runs bad. I'm giving him a B. It's close to an A. I would have practically have given Larson a B plus, but Kyle Larson, I would give him a B. He's been really good. He's been good this year. 2 wins, and yeah, I feel like can be one of the championship favorites this year if he can just keep that speed up. So yeah. So yeah, for Larson, I feel like he's been a really good season. Good season. He's just waiting a season in DNFs. But yeah. Joey Logano. I'm giving Joey Logano a B for this season as well. Now I know Joey Logano has 8 top 10s. He has 1 win. He's practically doing just what I expected from him. I expected Logano at least win a race this season, be in contention for the playoffs. He's right now 9th in the regular season standings. So just about what I expected. So yeah. So Logano, nothing really much to say. He's got 5 top 5s and 8 top 10s this year, and that win in Atlanta. So yeah. Now we have Michael McDowell. I'm gonna give him a C for this year. Now I know Michael McDowell, I feel like Michael McDowell is doing a little bit worse than last year, but he's currently 19th in the standings behind Ty Gibbs. And from last year, I would say this year and last year have been practically the same for him. So yeah, just about what I expected from Michael McDowell for him to be competitive and for him to be competitive and yeah, for him to be competitive and make sure he has some of those good race cars in the books. So yeah, but 78. Um, I might not count due to 78. I know he's not, for 78 cars, not full time. So I'm just gonna leave it be. Ryan Preece, I'm gonna give him a D for this season. Um, Ryan Preece is currently 25th. I mean, I might put him up to a C. It's kind of difficult because Ryan Preece, it's really between a C or a D, guys, because I wanted to check. It's really difficult for me to decide on this one. You know, yeah, I'm giving Ryan Preece a D for this year. This year's for him is just not what I expected from Preece. I expected Ryan Preece to be at least 21st in points, but just one day they're having speed. All Ryan Preece, the last time I've shown fastest from Preece was Martinsville, and that's it. So maybe even the Clash as well. I mean, Ryan Preece, I think he's a good short track racer, guys. He's a really good short track racer, in my opinion. So yeah. That's why I'm giving Ryan Preece a D. I think he's just in a D right now. And Hollister House Racing, besides Harvick's not doing good. So yeah. Tyler Reddick this year, I'm giving him a B. Now, for the start of the season, he was awful to start the season. For Daytona and California, he only got 4 points in 2 races. That was awful to start for Tyler Reddick. But Las Vegas, he turned it around, and this season he's been turning things around, and he's in a really good spot right now. He's currently 13th in the regular season standings, and practically he's been practically doing a good job. So, yeah, Ricky Stenhouse Jr., the Daytona 500 champion, I'm giving him a B this year as well. Stenhouse Jr., this is a big step up from last year. I mean, really a big step up because of the fact that he won a Daytona 500. Even though if he hasn't won the Daytona 500, he would still be up inside the top 16 in points. So, really solid season for Ricky Stenhouse Jr. This has been a good season for Stenhouse. Um, Last year I would give him a C, just C an average, but this year, however, has been a big step forward. B season for Ricky Stenhouse Jr. He's won the Daytona 500. He currently has 5 top 10s this year, which I believe has already matched matches his total from last year. So this season for Stenhouse has been really good for him, in my opinion. Good for him. Daniel Suarez, I'm gonna give him a C. I expected Daniel Suarez to make the playoffs this year. It's just he's been very up and down this year, I believe. It's I don't know, it's just Trackhouse racing ever since Darlington just hasn't really been that really that competitive, so I'm not sure if it just one I feel like this hopefully Trackhouse racing does not fall into a summer slump, but we're just gonna have to wait and see what happens involving them, so yeah. So Daniel Suarez, I expected Daniel Suarez to be better this year, but he's currently like 17th in points behind Alex Bowman, so he can make it in the playoffs. He's still got time. It's just he's got to work on having some faster cars and making sure he's in contention to win. So yeah. Now it's Ty Dillon, F this year. For the way Corey LaJoie's been having this year, Ty Dillon, he's currently worse than Chris Buescher. He's only has 146 points. Ty Dillon hasn't been good at all. I mean, I've never even seen Ty Dillon basically anywhere when I'm watching races. So, yeah, totally an F season for that 2017 has just not been good. If it was like in 28th or something like 27th, maybe up in 26th, I would have given him like a C. But a failing season for Ty Dillon, guys. I just don't. And this year for Ty Dillon, just not terrible. That 727 car has just not been good. I feel like Spire Motorsports may need to sell that charter. 77 car needs to get rid of that charter in that 77. Needs to sell that charter and give it to, give it and focus all on Corey LaJoie because Corey LaJoie is having a stellar season for them. Look, I gave Corey LaJoie a B because he's currently 22nd in points and he's been doing exceptionally well. So, yeah. Martin Truex Jr., A season, leading the regular season standings, practically the best Joe Gibbs car this year. Yeah, definitely giving Martin Truex Jr. an A for this year. Very good. He's been an A driver this year. He's been practically the best Gibbs car, leading the regular season standings. 5 top 5s, 8 top 10s. Truex is the only. I feel like Truex is the only driver this year. Fun fact, guys. Martin Truex Jr. is the only driver to finish the race on the lead lap. So Martin Truex Jr. Man, this is why I'm giving him an A this year. Currently has 2 wins. He's just been stellar. Like, very good this year. Really good in contention. So that's why I'm giving Truex Jr. an A. And stats don't lie. If you watch Truex Jr. for these Martin Truex for these races, doing pretty well. So, yeah. Bubba Wallace, B season. Bubba Wallace this year has really taken things a step forward. Yes, I know he's 15th in the standings. But the thing is, he has 5 top 10s. This is practically the best start of the season for Bubba Wallace. And if it was if he was a little bit below, I would probably would have giving him a C. But this year for Bubba, it's been a B this year. Like he's already above the playoffs, and he's practically been good on a almost on a regular basis. Only place where Bubba struggles at is practically the road courses, and that's him, guys. Bubba really hasn't been the best road course racer, but this year, B so far, practically the best season for Bubba Wallace for his career. Last year, I probably would have given Bubba Wallace a high C plus or B minus, but this year, so far, B season for Bubba Wallace. I'm not going to be doing the 15. Cody Ware, the criminal gets an F. So, yeah. So I'm not going to be doing the 7, 8, and the 15. Here is my grading tier list. So yeah, what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Do you guys agree or disagree? Let me know what drivers you put in the A, B, C, D, or F section. Let me know in the comments below. And anyways, guys, this is Preston signing off. Peace out.